Okay, you guys, let's jump right in because where does season 3 find us? I'm going to ask you that question, Joel, because like there was a cliffhanger season 2 that involved you.
Yeah, so I think you see it a little bit in the footage that's been released, but there's a little bit of a Gilligan's Island feel, I think, to the beginning of the season. Nicholas definitely had some plans about where he was taking them, but where they end up, I think, is a little bit of a shocker to everybody in the Wells Foundation. And so it's a lot of fun to start at a place that is like so far outside where we normally are in the office, like in LA. And so it's a lot of fun to get to see these characters who are now so comfortable, I think, in the environments that they're used to in this completely new environment that is a little there's a lot going on there, and there's a little bit more than meets the eye too.
Mhm.
You guys, one of my favorite things about this show, it's a phenomenal show, but one of my favorite things about it is I think it is impeccably cast. Like you guys are like I can't imagine anyone else in your roles. I can't imagine anyone else in Maya's role or Adam's role. Like how has the vibe been on set? Because to me, like you guys are the only choice for these characters.
I mean, if I can say it's the vibe on set is like it's kismet. We are always locked in. We always have fun. We're always being silly. I'm always either playing Pokemon with Joel. Me and Maya are always striking up conversation. Me and Stephanie are always singing. Ron, it's just we have a really, really good synergy, and I think that's what makes the show even more
We got
spectacular.
really
Yeah.
lucky because there's very little ego on set.
Yes, Joel, come
Like
on.
everybody, and especially like there are people, Maya Rudolph, if anybody deserves to have a little bit of ego on set, it's Maya Rudolph.
And
But
there's
like
none.
there is none. And she's not siloed away from us. Like, and I think that really sets the tone for the rest of us when the number one on the call sheet is so, on the ground level with us working and developing these things. It's really nice to have somebody like that be our boss,
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Michaela, I want to ask you some about your character because both of your characters are supporting roles, but as we are getting into season 3, we're seeing them develop and change along, and their stories end up taking more shape. I feel like the first season really has to be about our main character. But what's going on with Sophia? What can we expect from her? I admire so much about her. She's got her stuff together. She's very straight laced, but what can we expect? Because I think, we're going to see things not unravel, but we're going to see more dimension from her.
Yes, I was gonna see. I feel like you can see more of the seams and cracks bust a little bit more, which is really kind of entertaining for Sophia because she's so straight laced and she's so pulled together. I think even more of her bursting open is what the audience wants, and I think that's what they lent to both of us and all of us on the cast. And I'm so excited about that. And she's gonna be probably making some decisions that she never thought before, which is kind of cool to think about, you know?
Yeah. What does this show say about the state of the world? I mean, it is a fun show, but there are a lot of things we can look at here because, Maya's character is, worth a bajillion, cajillion dollars, and she's trying to do the right thing. And in a lot of ways, we want to hate her, but she's so endearing, and there's such a humanity to her. What do you think we can take away from, a silly show like this?
Well, I think the reason that people are still able to like Maya, despite her, or Molly's character, despite her massive wealth, is that I think, like, in terms of where we're at as a country right now, our show understands and has stated outright that, like, that amount of money is sort of insane and immoral at the end of the day. And I think if we didn't have the conceit that she was giving away all this money and the power of that money that could be going back into communities and things like that, that's really, I think, the crux of our show is that with that kind of wealth and with that kind of power, you can make real change, and especially if we're waiting around for, the government to make that change, it's not going to happen. And, I hope it's inspiring to people who are that wealthy to maybe get their hands dirty a little bit and start making real change in this country.
Yeah.
That's what's amazing about art. It can show us through silly little shows, real things about the world. So thank you so much for your time, you guys. This show is so good. I hope you love making it as much as we love watching it.
Yeah.
We do. Yeah, we do.
Amazing. Thank you guys.